So this is our little site. Here at the Hilton Head Island RV Resort and Marina. Helicopter flying overhead. Site number 95. Have some of our decorations out. I'm going to bet there will be more to come over time. Oh, let me back up here. Need to learn what kind of trees these are. We do have a palmetto. There's another palmetto. Now these provide shade, some pretty nice shade to the front part of the site. Unfortunately, our RV is on the back part of the site. But I think there are some other bigger trees around as the sun sets. So the site came with these chairs were left. That's fine. No table, but a couple chairs. That's all right. We'll work on that. We actually have a little garden area that we could work on here. We have a nice privacy hedge here. And that's our neighbors in the back. It's there. There you go. That's the TNA Adventures Site 095 here at the Hilton Head Island RV Resort. A lot of the sites here are privately owned. Some are pretty darn nice. So this is a nice, the owner here has definitely invested some time and money into building a little elevated dining area up there. You have a little lounge area here. Site number 186. This is on what's called the inner loop. Inner loop. It's a very nice site. So the RV resort actually has 2 swimming pools. This is the one that's by the kind of the office area, the rental area. It's a small little pool, but not too bad. It's just off the one corner of this circular campground. There's somebody early morning heading out. And you can see a boat going out too. Yeah, I'm disturbing all the wildlife this morning. So I was headed out this little boardwalk that goes to that pavilion. Found a little feathered friend. That guy down there is making some noise too. Now, do a little trespassing here. I said a lot of these sites are privately owned, and so each one's unique. This one has a little staircase that goes back here into kind of the little wooded wetland area. There's like a little stream that's going to flow down there, but it's obviously the woods are pretty thick. It's the walkway to the center pool. Go in here in a minute. So this is the pool that's located in the middle of the RV resort. First off, there's tennis courts, or a tennis court over here on this side. I'll let you know if I ever see anybody playing on the tennis court. I mean, it looks like it's maintained, but boy, it's hot. Pretty hot to be playing tennis outdoors. Let's look in the pool. Got a bathhouse and area over here. A lot of nice little lounge chairs. Table. And then on this side here will be walk through the chairs. Over here is a little hot tub, jacuzzi pool all set up. So this is the main swimming pool. Guess I'm not disturbing this guy too much. So the official name here is the Hilton Head Island RV Resort and Marina. So back there is where all the RVs are parked. And this is the marina. Not sure if the seagull sound is coming through or not. Come back over to this side. I'm gonna learn a lot more about the geography here. I don't know a whole lot about it. I believe this is the international waterway. As I pan around this way, see, it's right around sunrise. So that's looking to the east. That direction would be the ocean. So I believe this is a food truck. Again, I have no idea if it's working or not. We'll find out over time. See, you're supposed to order over here. And pick up over here. So time will tell as we learn about our little RV resort. Kind of looking back the parking lot here towards the main office and the Sunset Grill. So the top floor of this main building is the Sunset Grill. Waterfront dining. I believe it's still open. I need to double check on that. So the seagull's making some noise and kind of panning back around to the international waterway here and going back towards the marina. Hilton Head RV Resort and Marina. There's a little playground here for the kids. Also has a basketball hoop, a little bit of a paved court. It's kind of in the corner of the resort. The resort's it's two circles. There's an inner loop and an outer loop with two roads that bisect. back and forth between the circles. So this is in the one corner out here. It's actually not far from our RV. Keep in mind that almost all these sites are privately owned. They're either rented out or people live here full time, like we're going to be doing. So there's an exercise room. I didn't bring the key with me. Residents get a key to use the exercise room. Not much in there. Treadmill, a couple stationary bikes, things like that. Did want to show the laundry facility. At the door. So we have, oh, it's air conditioned in here. We have four washing machines. Scroll around on this side here, we got 4 dryers. So if you're staying here for an extended amount of time, right on site you have quarter operated, coin operated laundry facility. I said every site is unique. This is what they call the Marina sites. So they built a little deck here. This is pretty nice. Pretty nice deck. If you have a boat, you can just park it here. And this is the other side of the marina. So there's a bird at a bird feeder. Zoom in a little. There's also a little water bowl down there. Okay, just getting a snack in. There's going to be a thunder crack here in a moment. Or not. So this is our home here in South Carolina on Hilton Head Island. Figured I'd give you a little view of what the campsite looks like. Done some things with it. And there's a thunderstorm rolling in, which is very common. So this is my griddle area back here. So the griddle has been put away because I don't like to keep it out when it rains. This is a lamp that my lovely wife Andrea made for me. We're figuring out how to get it plugged in. We also got some those Einstein lights. See, that's the dark clouds there. And there's a good roll of thunder. Hopefully some kids are having fun. With some shouts, but hopefully they're not in the pool. But yeah, this is our site. These are the palmetto trees right here. So we have 3 palmettos, and then this other tree there. That's our little spinny balloon. Walk down here. It's our neighbor's site. We haven't had a neighbor here yet. neighbor's site. They have those cool little bushes though. Those are pretty neat. We have our spinny balloon. The Tim and Andrea on the road again sign. Actually has on the back side. Again, my talented wife made this. And then we always mark our site with our little Life is Adventure sign. Enjoy the road. And that one there says an old bear and his honey. On this side it says love camping, and on the other side it says live here, I believe. Oh, an old bear and his honey. Yep, love camping. So there you go. Oh, and I always like to put up my American flags over on this side. So that's a little tour of the outside of our site so far. And here in the low country, we certainly get a lot of storms. It's rained just about every day we've been here, which is fine. It's fine. It hasn't been torrential. I think there's going to be another crack of thunder here in a moment. It hasn't been awful flooding rain or anything like that. That little light there, that's built into the site, that comes on. Ooh, I have a bird in the bird feeder. Not sure if he's coming across. And then a couple of the plants and flowers that Andrea bought as well. So there you go. Our bird feeder and our suet there. So there you go. Hilton Head Island RV Resort. Oh, just missed it. There was some lightning right there.
You really want to come out?
Okay. All right, I'll keep the camera going for another minute. Looks like Goddard wants to come outside because I'm out here. Oh, and Jerry too. Hi guys. So they're going to go on their leashes, and I'm going to end the video. So there's one dog's reaction to thunderstorms. And here we have another dog's reaction to the thunderstorms. Let me see if I can do this. That's Jerry's legs shaking down there. Jerry is not a fan of thunderstorms, which is unfortunate.
And we're not being mean by being outside.
Because of the, we're not forcing him, or he's just not coping well.
No, he was pacing inside.
So he just needs to be reassured and comforted, and he's getting plenty of that.
We're trying to figure out what to do with our outdoor space.
Yeah. If you have any ideas, put them in the comments below. This area where we were just talking, this area where she's sitting, because of the palmettos right there, in the afternoons, it gets a lot of shade right in that area. So it's actually kind of a pleasant place to sit. We also want to get some, these chairs kind of came with the site. We want to get some comfort pads for them, but they're not uncomfortable chairs. They're fine.
Yeah, they're not that bad. But yeah, getting some seat cushions for them. I saw some at Hobby Lobby that were on clearance, but couldn't find 4 that matched. So
there you go. All right.
Or even 2 and 2.
Okay. All right, Jerry. What do you say, puppy? Can we do a selfie? Selfie video. Okay. Yeah. So this little snippet's ending with some excitement. There's some folks walking through the campsite next to us, and Goddard just wanted to bark at him, so he did. And it looks like they're our neighbors, or they're related to our neighbors across the street. So there you go. There's some excitement. Jerry, come here.
Jerry, come here.
All right, we're gonna get him on a leash because we're violating one of our etiquette rules right here. So, all right. So in the spirit of full-time RV living, warts and all, This is the current state of our RV on a Sunday afternoon, end of August. We've been here for 2 weeks, week and a half, 2 weeks.
It's like a week and a half.
There's a thunderstorm
like
rolling
10
through,
days.
so Jerry's a little freaked out. There's Andrea. And this is kind of how we live. It's going to look a little cluttered. It's going to look lived in.
It's actually cleaner than yesterday.
And it's cleaner than yesterday, so we'll start here at the front. So that's the driver's seat. We use that for a storage spot right now. That box needs to get thrown out.
Well, we finally got internet, so.
Yes. That's my office. That's where I sit. This is a bunk up here, but since it's just the two of us and the dogs, it's now a storage area. So we have some things stored up here. Have some decorations. This is our dinette where Andrea's sitting. It doubles during the day. On a weekday is her office. So when I say that my wife is literally 6 feet away from me, I'm not kidding. So there we have our calendar. Now the dinette has a television over it. So that's a TV.
Wait, so now you're in our living room.
Yeah, so I just moved from the dining room to the living room, and that's where Goddard is right now. So we have it's a nice little couch, usually occupied by at least one dog. Goddard needs the stairs, Jerry can make the jump. And we move directly to the kitchen. So this is our kitchen. We're gonna do another video at some point of things that we bought that we absolutely recommend everybody buys that's gonna be in an RV. So we have our kitchen, our stove, we have some dishes drying over here from earlier today. It's actually a microwave, which we use to store bread. That's a list of, so that's kind of interesting. That's a list of major appliances that use electricity and how much amperage they draw. I'm standing directly underneath the air conditioner, which you could probably hear running in the background. But we only get 30 amps of power, and if we try to use more than 30 amps, we break a circuit. The circuit breaker goes off. So that's our fridge. It is small. So this has been a big adjustment for us, but we have a fridge. For me, more than her, for sure. So the fridge area, and you have to think small when you're buying stuff. And then we have a freezer area up top. So we have storage up there. As I go back, we transition from the kitchen to the bedroom. This is actually a nice little pantry. The doors, two of the 4 shelves. Oh, actually show it this time. 2 of the 4 shelves actually pull out. This one pulls out too, but we have some things on it. And then we just have other various stuff in here. I'm not going to go too deep. This is really the only closet that we have. So it's kind of divided up. It does look lived in for sure, but this is where we can keep some clothing. We have that much space for hanging clothing, but then this is very ingenious. Hanging things off of doors. So various spices and whatnot can be hung off of doors. Same in the back here, so that's our bathroom door. And these are actually converted shoe racks. So the shoe rack has all these nice pockets that can be used to store stuff. I'll swing around to this side here. Show you another one that we're actually using to store shoes. This is a pocket door that actually closes, so you can get a little privacy in the bedroom if desired. There's a little bit of storage above the bed. And it is a king-size bed, more or less. And ultimately the bathroom. So the bathroom is compact. It has a shower. So in the RV, we take what's called a Navy shower. And a Navy shower means you turn the water on, wet yourself down, lather up. I'm sorry, turn the water on, wet yourself down, turn the water off, lather up, turn the water on, rinse off, and then get out. So it's not necessarily to conserve water, and that's our toilet down there. It's more to try to keep the smallest amount of water going into the gray water tank down there. If you're running a full shower all the time, you're gonna have to dump that tank almost every day. It only holds 45 gallons. So there's Jerry checking out the bathroom. Not sure what he's doing there, but that's our motorhome. This is where we're living for an indeterminate amount of time. Yes, my lovely wife made these curtains. Well, didn't make them from scratch, but she's converted them into
they're blackout curtains.
They're blackout curtains, and they're actually very good at keeping the heat and the sun from heating up the RV. RVs are very thin; they're not well insulated,
and it gets hot during.
And it gets hot during the day, and so especially here in the Low Country, the air conditioners in the afternoon runs almost constantly, just trying to keep the RV cool enough. So. I think the thunder has stopped. Maybe not. Okay, I just don't hear it because I'm under the air conditioner.
It's because you're talking.
And I'm talking. And then this is our door. These are the steps to the door. Got some light switches down there. I keep my hats by the door. And our panel. Our control panel and gauges and whatnot. So, there you go. Warts and all. Happy campers. Hi everyone. Welcome back to TNA Adventures. I'm Tim.
I'm Andrea. I've been dying to do that.
She's got her little
I got my Dolly mug.
Dolly Parton mug going there. So where are you? Where are we?
We are at the Hilton Head Harbor RV Resort and Marina. In Hilton Head, South Carolina.
So basically this is our home. I don't know if Jerry's getting any shot here yet or not. But this is our home. I like to say it's our temporary permanent home for the time being. This is what do we do here? We bought a lot.
We bought a lot.
And we're going to keep the RV parked here for the time being.
And live in it.
Unless we want to take it somewhere for a vacation or whatever, but
or a hurricane comes.
Or a hurricane comes, bite your tongue. So we've been here for about 2.5 weeks. It's a very interesting. I keep calling it a campground. It's not a campground.
It's an RV resort.
It is a resort. You've seen a lot of the amenities and a lot of the things around the resort, and you've probably heard this 25 times so far in this video, but all the sites are privately owned, or at least most of the sites are privately owned. And there's a lot of people that live here just like we do. So we've been getting to know our neighbors, getting to know their dogs, getting to know the feral cats.
So, alright, so I'm going to take us a step back. So we are in the Hilton Head, South Carolina area. As Tim said, it's an RV resort. There's 200 sites here. Like you said, most of them are privately owned, but what happens is if you're not living here, you can rent them out. And there's a whole rental management company that does that, and you get X amount if your site gets rented. So there are people who are here permanently, who are just living here. There are other people who have their rigs here, but aren't here. So, they'll come whenever. There are the X amount of people who just live here year round. There are people who, like the couple people behind us, they just came in because they just come down here like the snowbird thing. They just come down here for the winter.
Right. So we are on Hilton Head Island, which is literally an island. And why are we on Hilton Head Island and not in the house?
I thought we've told people this is we're getting a house built.
So we're having a house built.
Yeah, we've told people that.
Yeah, but they may have not watched.
Oh, okay.
This might be their first
You're right.
time watching.
Yes. So we're getting a house built in Sun City, which is about, I don't know, 5-6 miles up the road.
Or 15 or 20.
Or 15 or 20, I don't know. It's all distances.
It's a little further inland.
But this is nice because, like he said, we're on the island. So if you go out the entrance road, turn a left, and go down, what, 2 miles, 3 miles?
Roughly, yeah.
You're at the beach.
Yeah, Atlantic Ocean. So there's multiple beaches on Hilton Head Island. You haven't visited any yet.
I have not visited it.
I visited one just to check it out. We've been looking for dog-friendly beaches, so we will get to go to a beach. Probably put that stuff in a later video. We're in settle down mode and explore and try to organize and figure things out. That's what we've been doing for about 2.5 weeks now. There's plenty of things to do around this area. It's called the South Carolina Low Country. The closest city is Savannah, Georgia, so we're literally right across the state line from Savannah. All of our local TV stations are Savannah-based. And there's golf. I think there's a lot
lots of golf courses.
There's a lot of golf courses. And just,
water sports. I mean, even here, like, if you chose to come here to camp, again, I know it's called an RV resort. I don't really think there's very much resort-ish about it. There's 2 pools, a tennis court, but there is the Marina part has mermaid tours, kayak rentals,
dolphin watching.
There's like a bunch of different things you can do. So the people that just come in for a week or weekend, they might be doing the mermaid tour with their kids, or they may be going to the beach and using this as their beach spot.
Yeah. There is a restaurant here. We haven't checked it out yet. We will.
We will.
We definitely want to check it out.
Almost went for brunch today.
Yeah. It's called the Sunset Grill. There goes the air conditioner.
Yeah.
We've been hearing the air conditioner a lot. We'll get to that here in a minute. But it's only open 2 hours a night from like 6 to 8, and then it does brunch.
Brunch on Sundays.
So like 1:30, so 11:30 to 1:30, something like that. But we'll check it out and put that into another video.
Yeah, this is supposed to be about the campground, right?
Yeah. So the campground itself it's nice. I mean, it's what you expect. There's a lot of palmetto trees, there's palm trees. There's a lot of Spanish moss. There's a lot of stuff here, and it's 200 sites. It seems compact to me.
Yeah, for 200 sites.
But I guess it's not, because I mean most of the sites have a lot of space. Some of them are beautiful.
It's really, if you choose to come here, you just have to look at the website and see the pictures, because each site, since they are individually owned, are unique. Some people have them like super done up, like the one behind us has a little waterfall thing in it. You just have to kind of look and choose.
If you want to bring your RV here, reach out to us. Put a message or a comment in the comment section, or reach out to us, and we can give you some tips on what some of the nicer sites are. Because there's a couple that are. So basically, we have the marina on one side, and then it's surrounded by wetlands. But so we're kind of on the south side of the.
South side.
So it's just kind of wetlands. It's nice enough, but there's some on the west side, so it's a big giant loop on the western part of the outer loop. They have steps that go like into the wetlands area and like little places to sit. And there's some like nice light.
They're really cute.
They're nice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they're nice.
Yeah, and some people might choose to be like, oh, I want to go on the bay side, but the bay side is like where the main road is, and that's where the trash truck comes in. So you don't.
Yeah. So if you want some advice on which site to pick, if you're coming down here, we can certainly help out with that.
Yeah, and all the sites are back ends. They're all back ends. There's no pull-throughs here. I mean, every single one is a back-end site. They all have their own individual. You get provided cable. I almost said phone. Yeah, cable, electricity, water.
Yeah.
Your own dump station. They do have Wi-Fi throughout the campground.
Yes.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, we had some issues when we first got here, but it was because the tower that's right by us wasn't working.
There was an access point literally 20 feet behind where we're sitting right now.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, if you're coming to Hilton Head Island, and I know there are other RV, you know, campgrounds that are closer to the ocean.
Right.
But this it's a good choice.
Good spot to stay. So we wound up getting our own internet just because it's dedicated to us. I think it's going to be more stable, certainly more secure, and far faster. Since she and I both work here in the RV, and it's hard right now to go outside to work because it's been very hot.
Humid.
But it's what you expect for South Carolina in August. Right, still August?
Yes.
September. We're hoping that by the end of September, October, some of the humidity goes away. It becomes nice enough to sit outside. And so that's kind of what we expect. When we were here, we were actually here in April, so that's another disclosure point.
I thought it was March.
March, yeah, it was March into April. But yeah, we stayed here, and it was beautiful. Like end of March, it was gorgeous, 70 degrees, no humidity. It was wonderful. So we're kind of hoping that'll start up in October-ish and stay with us until June-ish. So let's talk about likes and dislikes.
The campground.
Yeah. What do you like? What do you like about being here? I think it's more. I took her by surprise. She didn't really have a list in her head.
I mean,
the people are nice.
The people are nice. Yeah.
Like everybody that's here, they're very welcoming.
For the most part.
Yeah. We understand there might be some drama going on with some of the long-timers.
It's a little like insert any soap opera town.
Yeah.
You know, like Peyton Place.
Yeah. There's a little bit of drama going on, but the people are nice.
Yeah, the people are very nice. It is, for the most part, quiet.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is for the most part quiet. There's been a couple of nights where it's like, wait, it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm hearing like thumping bass.
Yeah, you heard some music. Be prepared for, and I think it's actually been an unusual weather pattern for the past week or two. It's been raining almost every day. It's almost, I call it the Disney World effect. Like if you go to Disney.
I kind of expected it to be
I did. But if you go to Disney, when you leave, you take your rain poncho.
In the summertime, it's always like
you're going to get a pop-up shower.
There's that pop-up shower every afternoon.
Gotten a lot of pop-up showers. Thunderstorms have been a little stressful for Jerry. Sleeping here next to me is Jerry. He's not a fan of thunderstorms.
Yep.
And
how did we go from likes to talking about thunderstorms?
I don't know.
Okay. I know this is supposed to be focused on the campground.
I like how every site's individual, very very.
Yeah,
unique.
they're all unique. It is kind of cool.
We're basically at sea level. It's very flat, so leveling isn't a problem.
Yes. Every site has a concrete pad.
Concrete pads.
For
that's
you.
good.
You know, some of them are entire pieces of concrete. Some again have
some grass and landscaping and stuff.
Yeah.
Couple things that I dislike. I guess the jury's out for me yet on the cats.
Oh.
There's 5 or 6 cats that don't belong to anybody here, but people feed them, so they stick around. I like to believe that they would take care of little rodents and mice and stuff like that. So hopefully that's the case. They drive Jerry and Goddard nuts, though. That's a big challenge, especially if I take them out early in the morning when we first wake up, for them to go out and do what they need to do outside, and they see a cat.
Yeah.
Goddard tends to howl, Jerry tends to bark, and it's 6 a.m. and that's frowned upon. So that's kind of a dislike. What else you got? So the main road coming in here is a state highway 278 that takes you from I-95 straight on to Hilton Head Island. Where we are, it's a 6 lanes or 4 lanes?
No, it's 4 lanes.
It's 4 lanes. So it goes from 6 lanes to 4 to 6 to 4 as you're coming in. It's kind of goofy, but it is, especially at certain times of day, very busy. Very busy. So if you want to leave the resort and make a left to go further deeper onto the island, it's a challenge because you have to wait for that certain break just to get to the median.
There is a median that you can do like that go halfway.
And then you have to wait for the median for the traffic headed east to be able to finish off your left turn. So
now there are some people who are like they just say forget it, and they make a right and go up
And then
to
do a
the
U-turn.
second
Yeah.
one where you can turn around.
And
So.
that's a possibility.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, if you're coming in, like you said, it's almost like if you live near any shore town where rentals go in the summer from like Saturday to Saturday,
yeah.
there's like those certain days where you're just like,
It's gonna be busy.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be crazy
just don't
busy.
go on the road.
Yeah.
Don't go on the road.
And those are the things that we're learning, right? You know, traffic patterns and time and stuff like that. I'm kind of going back to likes. I think I like the church that we joined. Your jury's out yet for you? It's a very big church. It's called St. Gregory the Great.
Again, has nothing to do with the campground, dude. This is focused on the
it's
campground.
the areas.
All right, you're talking about the area. Okay. All right, I'll give you that one.
All right. But it's a very big church. It's probably 5 times the size in terms of number of people from where we would go to church back in Phoenixville. But everybody's nice. You know, it's there's a lot to do. We just have to kind of figure our way around and figure out masses and how all that's going to work.
Grocery stores, Harris Teeter.
Oh, so
I like the Harris Teeter.
Harris Teeter fan here.
Harris Teeter, Publix, Kroger are pretty much sure. People keep telling me there's a Piggly Wiggly. I have not seen it. There is a Whole Foods.
Yeah, it's really okay. So this is one thing I like too, and we probably have to start thinking about wrapping this up.
Yeah, we did.
Another thing that I like is on that highway 278. It's nothing but strip malls.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't know it.
But you don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, because the way they have the foliage, and the trees and stuff, and even the signs are kind of like low key. It's not like the big giant Walmart sign. It's like a little brown sign.
They try to
Walmart.
keep it like more natural
very
looking.
natural,
Even
yeah.
when you're going on the island. Excuse me. It's the same thing. It's like, they don't have the big giant, here's the Walmart sign. It's like a low sign that's, kind of
There's
like
Kroger,
in those brown tones, and they're kind of hidden behind the parking lots. Are all weird though.
Yeah.
Not a lot of them are like those giant paved parking lots. It's,
like
they've used their space.
You park around the trees
yes.
until you don't cut the trees down. You have to park around the trees. So anyway, that's good. So more videos to come. We have a couple of ideas in the hopper here, and we'll continue to try to produce videos. So if you like what you see, smash that like button and subscribe.
Oh, are we giving this campground like pause?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we?
Yeah, we should. Yeah.
So we got to give it a certain number of pause.
Yeah.
I'm giving it 4. Be honest. I mean, it's the good, the bad, the ugly.
I would go 3.5.
3.5. That's fine.
Just because I do feel like you're a little bunched in.
Okay. So take that for what's 3.5, 4. Oh, one other shout out to RV1, the technician guys, because
they're excellent.
They helped fix the issue that we had with our slide, and we also wound up with a leaky roof right above our heads.
Yeah.
And it seems like they've fixed that as well. Fingers crossed. So. And we have a couple other things that we need them to do.
So that would be another I guess, is if you do end up having issues with your these guys
come here.
They come to you and they were very responsive.
Yeah, very good.
Just
very knowledgeable.
With the leak, they were like, I will fit you in to get here.
Yeah, it was good. So
all right.
I guess we'll just see you down the road.
We will.